Morning! What a lovely morning it is. I've had the most amazing weekend, and it's brought a lot of healing for me, and also a lot of allowing myself, because I've been letting go of things. New things have popped up, which that's what happens in there. So on Friday I went to a community building meeting, which was really interesting, where we talked a lot about how to build communities. There was a lot about language, really interesting about how our language is very noun heavy, and there's lots of other languages that are more verb heavy, and what that means with communication and talking and being in the world. Really fascinating. Actually links a little bit to Braiding Sweetgrass, which is quite an interesting book. Talks a bit about it in there too. Helps you start processing and not just using your, as Jenny was calling the brain, the thinking one, but also working on the feeling one. So it's somatics, feeling in the body, feeling whether the thing that you're doing is the right thing. It was great. I'm interested in communities because I feel like the way I want to go with my sound baths, my drum circles and my women's circles is about building a community rather than being a lot of disparate souls in the world. You know, we need community and ritual and celebration and ceremony and space to share the good stuff and the bad stuff. So it's been interesting. That was an interesting talk for me. And then Saturday, I went to the Mind, Body, Spirit Fair that was local to us in Needham Market. Fantastic. I had met several friends there who I hadn't seen for a while that I'd been thinking about and wanted to catch up with. I met some lovely stall holders with some amazing stuff. The lady had this little gnomes that she made, which are just the most cutest thing. And also attended a shamanic drum journey with Lisa, which I didn't realise was going to be a drum journey. I thought we were all going to drum together. So I felt a little bit like, I wanted to drum with a group of people. I haven't had the opportunity to do that. But the drum journey was all about meeting a spirit guide, and an animal spirit guide. I'm always up for meeting an animal spirit guide. Oh, bugger. And before we even got to the meeting place where we were meant to meet our spirit guides, I got swooped up by this amazing dragon. It was like one of the Chinese dragons, a more snaky one. He was blue and glittery, and he took me on a amazing, thrilling journey up through into space, in amongst the stars and the nebulas and the planets. And we whirled upside down and round and about, and it was amazing. Taught me about, I think he was showing me that there's no containers, there's no upside down or right side up, there's no the illusions that we create for ourselves, I guess, of where we put ourselves in the world, and busting those right open. I've only had one other experience of a meditation like that, and that was actually a guided meditation, no drums. And I went out on a similar journey on a white horse. With both of those experiences, I could actually feel the muscles of the animals. I was on them in space. Actually, and that's an interesting, I'd had an experience like that with a gong bath, but that felt more scary because I didn't have the containment or the support, maybe the knowledge afterwards to how to deal with that. But that's 3 journeys. But the ones with the animals were nice because I felt safe. They were helping me through them. It was good. It was good. Amazing to feel the muscles of those animals there as you're on them. When you're not on them, or maybe I was on them, who knows. And then I had another meeting on, and a lot of this was getting me thinking about the power of drumming and why I love drumming and why I want to share drumming with people and how I want to do that. I started off with more of a shamanic drumming kind of thing, and much as that was good, it just didn't feel right. And then circumstances have made me have to pause to think about that, because of outside circumstances, other people's journeys, and so I've had a long pause. So I've been drumming while I've been doing that, and really thinking about, I want to share drumming. It's definitely a drive I've got, but how do I do that? Where do I do that? What do I do? What do I do with that drive? And on Sunday morning I was meeting a few friends. We were helping someone to brainstorm some ideas for her own business and some support, and I just woke up in the morning with like, let's drum together before we do anything. And it felt scary, you know, when you have those feelings from, I guess, from the stomach, you know, let's do this, but also your stomach's knotting up going, oh my god, but this is scary, I've never done it. Will it be, you know, is it my place to bring that in when it's not really my meeting as such? And how will it be seen? I didn't want to force people into doing something. Anyway, I packed up the drums and got there. I didn't take the drums in with me, but I spoke to everybody, would you like to do it? They were well up for it. And it was really nice to sit together before a meeting and drum together. Just a really gentle, basic, simple little rhythm with some chanting and some like releasing and letting go, and some affirmations. And I feel like it set a really nice mood to the meeting, and everyone was there from a heart-centered space anyway. But for me, it felt easier to sit back and let the ego go while I was in this meeting, and feel more relaxed about it. So it's really cemented, you know, that the drumming I want to do is about focusing here and now in the present, as opposed to shamanic drumming, which is more about going on journeys and maybe getting things from possibly outside. Anyway, I mean, I've got nothing against shamanic journeys. As here, I've had a fantastic time, and I've had some brilliant shamanic journeys, but just not for me to be bringing to the world right now. So my ramble of the day is that if you're intrigued by drumming, you've never tried it before, you think you can't do it, but you'd like to have some safe space to try drumming. I drum with the hands, with a frame drum. It's principally aimed at women because that's who I work with best and I feel most comfortable with. I'll have frame drums available. I'll explain why frame drums are so important to women. It's been the women's drum for forever. And drumming with the hands, it kind of unlocks something because you have so many sensory points in the hands, so it creates a more sensory experience anyway. You have a lot of chakras in the hands, which also can help with connecting to the drum which is its own spirit, its own being. And when you connect together and share together, it becomes really powerful. And drumming for being in the present, like meditation, well, it is a form of meditation. It helps you to just clear your mind and let the good things bubble back in. So, my invitation, I'm going to run this as an introduction first of all. You want to come and try hand drumming. You're feeling a bit nervous, but you're also feeling really drawn to it. Then just drop me a comment or a message. I'll pop you on the list. No obligation. Being on the list doesn't mean that you have to come along, but it just gives me people to contact once I've finalised some details. Possibly on a Sunday evening out in Henley, if that needs to help you make a decision as to whether you can come or not. But I'd love you to come. I'd love you to come and experience it. And it is about creating a bit of a community as well, because when you drum together, there's some quite strong bonds formed, even if you don't, just bonds don't mean that you're in each other's pockets 24/7, but it does create a nice safe container to drum in, because sometimes containers good, even though my dragon told me to get out of my container. There you go. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to carry on enjoying the walk. It's so lovely and sunny, as you can see. I keep getting blinded, that I'm just going to put the phone away and enjoy the peace. Have a good day. Bye.